Yo, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna get straight into it. I ain't got no real big live flow, so I'm gonna jump straight into it for whoever's here. Shout out to whoever's on the page. Talk to me, baby. It's a spade a spade. I'm about to call a spade a spade. That's what it is, man. Talking about the Jaaaaa Morant today, baby. Talking about Jaaaaa Morant. Tap in on your thoughts. I'm gonna let it warm up for about 30 seconds, but tap in on your thoughts. I'm gonna talk about Jaaaaa Morant today, man. I'm not gonna bash the brother. You know what I mean? We just want to talk. I want to see what people's thoughts is. You know what I mean? I see some people still confused. Like I seen a lot of confusion. I seen people posting why can't get Jaaaaa Morant carry guns? I've also seen the opinions of Jaaaaa Morant should know better. I'm gonna try to tap in on all those opinions and swirl in my opinion. But yeah, man, let's just get straight into it, man. Jaaaaa Morant is the topic of the day. It's Jaaaaa Morant. Everybody don't know who Jaaaaa Morant is. Young, black American NBA superstar, megastar. Contract worth $100 million. Nike contract, Gatorade contract. Great player. Made it to the playoffs. Made it to the All-Star game. Yeah. He got the right to carry a gun. So let's say this, right? I don't think that carrying a gun is in jeopardy here. I can probably believe that if there's 400 NBA players, at least 200-300 of them carry guns. So I don't know if that's the issue. The issue, I believe, is why you keep posting them on your live. That's the issue I think the world is having. I have a little issue with it too. I'm not gonna be judgmental, but I got a little issue on why do you keep doing it? Unless you're telling us, he should be telling people that he's fearing for his life, because that's the only thing that would at this point make sense. I'm in fear for my life. Everywhere I go, people are threatening me. If that is the case, then we at least know. I would at least know why he's doing it. He's doing it to let anybody who's trying to attack him know I at least have a gun. That at least to me would make some kind of sense to say, why do I keep showing up with guns? Well, here's the answer. People have been trying to rob me. Somebody broke into my house. So now I'm just pushing this gun out here to let people know, if you come at me, this is what it is going to be. Because the reality of it is there's a lot of little gray areas people kind of leave out. People be like, he should get security, this, that, and the third. And it's true. He can get security. But there's always a time when you're by yourself. That early morning Gatorade run or, whatever. I mean, something just light, just out on a jog. Well, I ain't going to say out on a jog. Hopefully I don't need this gun on a jog. But there's plenty of reasons for a grown-up to have to run somewhere by themselves. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, now, before I get to the other side of this, we don't have all the facts, so it's hard to say why. But if he didn't feel like we shouldn't be letting people know he hasn't. See, I can go either way on that. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not a gangster. So, it's possible. I'm gonna stretch it right here, but it's possible that he could be like, I'm putting this out there just so cats don't run up on me. I mean, I'm only giving this scenario if he comes clean or comes out and say, I'm in fear for my life. That is the only scenario that I could say, I could at least sympathize a little bit of what he's doing. Only because now I know he'd be confused and he'd be scared. Not because that I still condone it, but now I know how a confused, scared person would move. They would do all the stuff to let people know, don't play with me no more. At least don't try to play with me. And to be honest with you, a scared person is dangerous. Scared people are the ones that shoot people all the time. So, again, back to what I was originally saying, I'm giving this part of the tape, this part of the how I feel about the Morant joint is basically on one side. If somehow or another, I haven't heard it, so again, I'm just it's not like I got something to go off of this. I'm just specifically saying this is how I feel. If he comes out and says he's scared for his life, there's been threats on his life, then I can at least sympathize with why he keep doing this. Mind you, that's the only scenario I really can understand. I can't understand the scenario of just doing it just to be doing it. Not twice. The first time you might have made a mistake and didn't know what was going on, didn't realize it. The second time is like, damn, do you really even care about the rules that you're breaking? Not, who cares if you're carrying a gun or showing it on live? Who cares? You work for a company that's paying $100 million. Do you really not care that much that you're willing to lose that and just take your regular guaranteed salary, which is still a lot of money, but I mean, you're also putting a lot of money out there on the table. So that to me is what boils down to what you thinking, what you should think about, at least in my opinion, what you should think about when it comes to, certain things. And you also, here's another angle that people try to spin on it. He got to keep better company around him, his friends, this, that, and the third. But the reality of it is, all right, so I'm going to give you two things. I've seen people saying, he got to, his friends is to blame. I've also seen people say that his parents are to blame. My thing about that is, all of us know 26-year-olds. We know 26-year-olds that got way less money, but let's just say a 26-year-old that has their own crib and car. Ain't no parent telling them what to do, and there ain't no peers telling them what to do. They do what they want to do because they are now paying the cost to be the boss. Now with Jaaaaa, at this point, I can only think that he's paying the cost to be the boss. It's the only thing that really makes sense to me. It's like, dog, you don't care about much, or hold on, I'm not gonna put nothing on him. It doesn't look like you appear to care about the amount of money that somebody's about to take away from you. Or maybe you know that you're not gonna lose that money. Maybe it's not that serious. I don't know. From our view, it looks pretty serious. It looks like you're getting ready to lose a lot of money for no reason. Now, as far as I'm addressing, is it the parents' fault or the friend's fault? Like I said, what could his father or auntie or mama, cousin, what could they tell him? And even if they told him, I'm pretty sure after the first time, they all probably told him not to do it. So that lets you know clearly that he wouldn't listen. And as far as the friends go, unless I'm missing something, I ain't seen none of his friends post no guns. Those rappers, they know not to post guns for the most part. And if they do, they will say these are props. That is another thing why I didn't understand why he didn't just lie. It's so easy just to lie. This a prop gun. It's fake. All the rappers say that all the time. That to me, why did anybody advise him to say that? Now, you want to talk about the wrong corner, that would be like your, what do they call them? Not marketing, public relations. He has a bad public relations because his public relations person should have said, let them know that's a fake gun. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason. His public relations people should have said, this is a fake gun, period. How you going to prove it's not? You know what I'm saying? How you going to prove that gun was not fake? Like, if I was Jaaaaa Morant, the easiest thing for me to say was that gun was fake. How was somebody supposed to prove that gun was not fake? I mean, yeah, you still would have looked crazy. Cool. Yo, what up, though? We talking about Jaaaaa Morant, how crazy this situation is with Jaaaaa, man. I'm not bashing the brother. I'm just saying, consequences come with your actions. I definitely don't understand why he pulled that gun. I'm also just, asking why he pulled the gun. You got people blaming his dad, his mom. got people blaming his friends, but I ain't seen none of them with the guns in the video. Only person I've seen with guns in the video so far is Jaaaaa. Not even the rappers that he be with got guns in his video. So, like, what is Jaaaaa doing? What's on Jaaa's brain? And like I said, if it's a scenario of him scared to death, then he should say, I'm scared to death. That's why I got these guns. I'm losing my mind. People trying to rob me, kill me, something like that. If it's not that, then I don't understand. I don't get it at all. And if it's not that scenario, then why didn't somebody tell Jaaaaa Morant to say, this is a prop gun? It's just that simple. This gun is not real. Who was getting ready to zoom in on the serial number of the gun? Like, come on now. Again, that for me, people blame the dad, people blame the mom, people blame whoever. But why nobody ain't blame the public relations? These people got public relations. They got people that, clearly his is not doing a good job. But they usually have people that, tell you what to say before you make your next statement. He went to Orlando and said he got treatment. But what did you get treatment for? You should have said, I got treatment for paranoia. What was the actual treatment for? Was the treatment for gun control? Because again, I don't think nobody has an issue with him having a gun. If he would have had a gun his whole career and never showed it, nobody would have had an issue with him having a gun that I could think of. I don't know why they would have when you can get guns out of Walmart. Maybe not the gun that he had, but you can actually get a gun out of Walmart. So why would anybody be mad at him having a gun? I don't know. Shit, right now, Jess, I ain't for sure. I think he still got a job, but I think he just kind of like gave up $100 million. I think he's still getting a good check for playing basketball, but like all the extra money is gone or about to leave. Put it like that. So, excuse me. What now? That doesn't make sense to me over a gun that you ain't shoot nobody, and if nobody's not trying to rob you or kill you, I don't understand why you just gave up $100 million to show a video. Now, if that's the case, we need to be talking to the people that make that gun. Because now that I just made this gun famous, y'all owe me a check. Something like that. Something got to give. Because, either that or give me a lifetime supply of bullets. Something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. But yeah, anyway, Jess, I don't know if, now mind you too, another thing I seen about the video, I still haven't watched the video because I was so disappointed, but I heard the video was an old video. I don't know if it is or not, but I heard it was an old video. But even still, it's one too many times that you have done it, and it's not as if you're doing it with other people doing it too. If there was a whole room full of people, I would have said, yo, how y'all singling me out? Even though everybody in the room might not be making $200 million. So, but still, I would understand not being singled out. If you're the only one that in every video that I've seen, and if y'all seen something else, let me know. But every video that I've seen, the only thing that I've seen is Jaaaaa Morant holding it. And then he holding it like to his head. So I don't know if he's feeling suicidal or maybe you can't even do it on YouTube no more. I think they take it down with guns, but back in the DVD era, the rappers used to have guns out, but not even really. I don't know. Maybe I don't watch the rappers that do. I can't speak for all rappers. I do be seeing some rappers that be wild out, still got guns in the videos and everything. So small town joints, Alabama, Mississippi, all these other spots, Texas, hell, even New York for that matter. I'm not gonna say it's just the South, LA. Maybe they do. All I can say is I'm glad I don't have to be involved with that era. I ain't got to be involved with whatever that goes on, because that's $100 million for flashing a gun. And on the side of people that feel like, yo, there's other people committing crimes, I can agree. And it's a lot either way. Yeah. All right, Jess. Yeah, it is. But yeah, $100 million. One thing I could say is if you prepared to lose, if you that crazy to lose that kind of money, I'm thinking hopefully you got another plan. Cause I don't even know, man. There's nothing that can really make. I'm truly trying to make some sense of it. And like I said, the only thing I give the man is if he's in fear of his life. That's it. I give you that. If you're in fear of your life, I can't go for the narrative that somebody could have told him not to do this. We're not talking about a 15-year-old. We're not talking about a 12-year-old. We're talking about a grown man with a mansion and every car he wants and, limelight. There's nothing you really gonna tell that man. No friends, not tell him nothing. The only people that's gonna tell him something is now when he lose some of that. Excuse me, I don't want to talk into existence. But if he loses any of that money, all those extra yes men are gonna disappear. You ain't gonna be able to keep all of them, which that could be a good thing. But you won't be able to keep all those extra yes men around without that kind of money. It is what it is. We call a spade, y'all. We love your ball playing, and you lost. You should have at least won. You know what I mean? You lost to the King, you lost to my team, LA. At least if you would have won, you'd still be playing right now. But if you thought off season was over for you, you don't know the NBA well. Especially you don't know what $300 million do for you. They watching you for that. People that's feeling like, that's what I was saying. People feeling like, other people committing crimes. Man, usually I'm with that, and I'm still with that. But right now, the way he did it twice, it's like he really didn't commit a crime. So that's why it's hard for me to just stamp him and say, all right, get him out of here. Because he didn't commit a crime. I don't think it's illegal to flash a gun. I think it's just stupid. I definitely don't think it's illegal to flash a gun online. On YouTube, I think they will flag you and take you down. But I know you can post guns on Instagram because I see people shoot in the forest and the woods regularly. So, again, that's why it's like I have a small inkling of like, you know what? I ain't gonna bash him all the way because what he did was not illegal. It was stupid. It was stupid. It was stupid based on the second time. The first time I was with everybody like, slap him on the wrist, give him a little punish, give him a little time for what he did. Even then it wasn't smart. It still wasn't illegal, nor did he have something that gave him an understanding of what it was going to be like. But and I agreed he should have got a little slap on the wrist, which he did, and get back to it. I was glad that happened. I mean, I felt like it was done efficiently. Like, all right, even though didn't nobody tell you specifically don't show your gun on camera, hopefully common sense is supposed to let you know. But since it didn't, and you didn't break no rules, hence no police, no jail, no anything like that, we gave you a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the other time I hope he got a license, because then if you got a gun license, I think then you'll get the right wing side with you, because then they'll be like, oh, well, the man's licensed legally, he's not doing anything wrong, he's just showing you his gun, and here's another way to look at it too. If he was in the woods shooting cans, shooting haystacks, watermelons, some of the stuff that we see people shooting online, will we still call him crazy? Is it just because we're combining it with hip hop music? I don't know. Again, 90% of me feels it was stupid. 90% of me still is on the side of saying this consequence should be a bigger consequence. I don't think that he should not play basketball again. Hopefully he doesn't lose all his endorsements. Hopefully they put it like on a pause maybe. But I definitely think that it's going to be a bigger consequence. It's got to be. I mean, if I was giving you $200 million and I'm a wholesome company, then yeah, if you're not doing this in a position where we can speak for you, but there's a lot of positions with a gun somebody can say he did nothing wrong. And you did nothing illegal, you just did something so stupid that there's nobody willing to stand behind it. Because like I said, you know, if you had a gun, if you were buying a gun and you had it on camera and you said, oh, this is a new gun that I just bought. Excuse me, this is a let's say he was at a gun store and he was buying a gun. And he said, yo, this is a new gun I just bought, guys. Check this out. Cool. Or if he was at the manufacturer of a gunshot and he was holding it. Or if he was in the woods somewhere and shooting. Or if he was in a gun range and he was shooting. None of these positions do I think would anybody be like, yo, he's a dummy or anything like that. He's stupid. None of those positions that if he did those things with a gun, I don't think anybody would be upset with him at all. I think just holding him to your head while rap music is playing is making this sound so much harder than it is. Because the reality is, when we say it out loud, like let's say you go tell somebody, what did y'all do this time? Oh man, he had a gun again. Okay. It really doesn't really even really hold that much weight because he ain't shooting nobody, he ain't pointing at nobody, he's not in the vicinity of enemies or anything like that. But it's stupid based on you're in a world where somebody's paying you $100 million to kind of like, you know, walk the way they want you to walk. Now, I respect any man who say I can't no money make me do nothing. I haven't been offered $100 million to not do that for me to feel some kind of way. Because I think if you offer me $100 mil, I'm not gonna be nobody's slave. But there's certain stuff that common sense would say, all right, we ain't gonna do this to mess up the money, for sure. So I don't know why Jaaaaa didn't do it. This again, like I said, there's a number of different things we could have gave him the benefit of the doubt for. We could have said, one, in my mind, yo, this is I've been in fear for my life. Somebody been trying to rob me. Somebody sent death threats to me. So you know, every time I'm paranoid, what up, Ty? Every time I'm sleeping, everything, whatever, I'm paranoid. You know what I'm saying? You could have went with that, and people would have sympathized with you. Two, you could have said, yo, this is a fake gun. I'm just playing around. I'm from the burbs. I ain't, you know, I ain't really about that. I'm just, you know, listening to hip hop music and bugging out. And people would have been like, all right, cool. We could have rocked with that too. You know what I'm saying? Those two things for sure. You would have had less grief if you would have ran with one of those two. Now, also, you could have used the same gun in positions that's already online and nobody cares about. You could have used it in a hunting position. You could have used it in the woods and showing people, you know, what kind of gun it is and how it fires off on people. You could have been at the gun store. You could have actually met the maker of the gun. I don't want to count as money, but I would assume your bread is long enough to set up a meeting with the owner of some of these guns. You know, I'm not of the guns, but like the brand maker of some of these gun companies. And then you can have a meeting and show the gun there with the people that own it. Because then what? You know what I'm saying? Now, why would America be mad at you then? So, I mean, I think it was just plain stupid. Not even illegal, not such criminal, not like life ending. Because I don't think that he should lose every dollar. I think there should be consequences, as there will be. But I don't think he should lose every dollar. He's too talented to not play in the NBA for doing something that's not illegal. But yet, I'm trying to remember what happened with Gilbert Arenas. I know he had like 3 guns on him in the arena. And I think he had his joints in the arena, which is easy enough to believe with him doing that. That means that there's multiple people doing it. He's not the only one. People worth, $200 million, like I said. Everybody like, oh, get security, this, that, and the third. What's security going to be with you every 2 seconds? No. As soon as you're walking out, there's a lot of vulnerable places, and predators know the vulnerable places. They know when the security turn their head. They know when the security go to sleep. They know when the security chop out. So you don't got to worry about that. Somebody who want to get you, they going to get you. And if they want to get the security too, they're gonna do that too. So there's really nothing about that. That's why I'm saying Ja could have easily, in my opinion, said he was in fear of his life. He could have easily, in my opinion, said the gun was fake. He could have easily, in my opinion, had a gun in an area that was appropriate, that we see on Instagram already, and we're already accustomed to seeing. He could have, like I said, been at a gun store with a gun. He could probably even got away with having a gun on his hip in a holster, and people would have said, nothing. I think also what he ought to do is either say the gun is fake or show that he got a license for a gun. Because that would be my next concern about if somebody, the state or somebody just trying to be a prick and just be like, yo, are these guns illegal? Run up on his house, pull his car over. That kind of shit you don't want happening to you day after day, because people are thinking you have a gun and thinking that you may shoot because you're not knowing what you're doing. Why, if the police can watch you with that gun, what would they think? Or do they think that you're careful with that gun? Do they think you're responsible with that gun? You got the gun right here dancing. I don't think nobody's gonna mistake that for somebody who's responsible. That would be my concern with that. Like, all right, now we're getting ready to pull you over so we can check that gun, check to see if that gun is legal, and God forbid you on the road one day by yourself. See, that's the thing. I would only think that you need that gun when you are by yourself. I imagine he got security. Like, that's crazy if he didn't. And if he didn't, I'm imagine he with some people that, I don't know what to imagine. I hope that he's with people that are licensed carriers, or he's with security when he's doing stuff that that would require him to feel like he needed safety upgraded. Because anywhere else public he go, the police are gonna be there. But he ain't shooting no police, and it's hard to believe that he actually gonna shoot a predator that's gonna get at him. It's really hard to believe that. So that's why the gun thing is just, I can understand being scared and having one. I would definitely say it's hard to believe that you getting ready to bust that gun and then go play basketball the next day. Now, if that's what you're trying to get into, then yeah, you need to go back to the street league, because your mentality shouldn't even be about anything but being the best ball player, championship winner, nothing else. And I'm not saying that it ain't. I hope that it is. Right now, it doesn't appear to be. It appears that it appears you're young. How about that? You're young, you're doing young shit. It is. Young people, if you pull up some of the video footage of their life, some of your most mature 40 and 50-year-olds, you can see them doing some dumb stuff. It's not, you didn't create dumb shit. The difference is you're risking $100 million. It's hard to jump back from that. A lot of us who risked out, did dumb shit, we didn't necessarily risk $100 million. So it was a little bit easier for us to crawl out that hole. So yeah, let me add that on before I tap out too. Add it on that Ja Morant is not the first person to do something that somebody would call stupid. That is crazy for any adult, for any over 30-year-old, any over 40-year-old to feel like, oh, niggas ain't do this in their day. Yes, they did. Yes, they absolutely did. Everybody you can think of you grew up on blew a bag on doing something stupid. Some of them did it just by doing drugs. How about that? Lose all your money just from drugs. That was usually our era. Everybody that all your favorite celebs and rich people that you ever met, they all lost $100 million from drugs. I can name several. Rappers, athletes, entertainers, several. So it's not the first. So let's be clear on that, Ja. You definitely not the first young person to do idiotic things multiple times. Let's not beat him up for that. Let's just call a spade and say, dog, you fucked up twice. 2 times. On camera. Who knows how many other times, but on camera. And it was probably so big that your public relations couldn't spin it. Or they didn't think like I would have been thinking. You should have called me, man. You should have called me. Because I would have said, yo, tell them the gun's fake. Immediately. First thing came to my head. Gun's fake. Prop gun. Sorry, just playing with y'all. Yep. And then I would have came out with a gun that looked just like it and squirted water. Got you. So, because the robbers, the predators, it don't even matter, Ja. You can show your gun all you want. They definitely still coming if they want to. So, and it's hard for them to believe that you're going to kill them and risk everything. It's one thing to risk endorsement money. It's another thing to catch a body and think that you're getting ready to stay in the NBA. Come on now. Now you really be crazy. So, yeah. I don't know why Ja would think that he could do that and keep his money. You know, keeping your money, I think he can still play in the NBA because he ain't broke no laws. I don't think that he can do no. I don't think that he can do no. Sheik, what up? I don't think that he could do no extra. He gonna have to find some kind of I don't even know what, maybe a basketball. Well, I don't even know what kind of basketball contract he's gonna get now because anything that's got to involve with kids, nobody's gonna really want to attach themselves to. If you keep showing real guns that we don't know that are legally yours or not, we don't. There's some of this stuff you got to give us, Ja, so we can fight back with you because I gave you some ammo. You can, legal guns is ammo to shut people up. You'll get some right wingers on your side with legal guns. That's something that will shut people up. Or lying about the gun, saying the gun is fake, that will shut people up. I promise you. Saying that you joined, the National Rifle Association, that would shut people up. You're gonna have to spend this. Your public relation person gonna have to spend this some kind of way to make it make sense, man. But y'all talk to me, man. Drop a comment, leave a reply, like button, share button, man. See what you feel about that, man. Jaaaaa Morant, was he crazy, or is he just young and having fun and really shouldn't be penalized?